Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man Proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is. It is called The Corner. I'm so glad to actually have you guys here with us. Now, this is actually a ongoing series that I decided to do called The Definitive Take. Now, with this particular episode, though, it is episode 2 of the Spider-Man line. So we're definitely diving in to find out what is the definitive take when it comes to Spider-Man. Now, we did the cinematic universe yesterday. Or that video dropped the other day, I'm sorry. But also, we're going to now dive into the VGM line. This is the video game line. What is the definitive of this particular line? When we say definitive take or the definitive figure, what is the definitive Spider-Man for you from this particular line? So we're going to take a look at it and see what you guys think. See if it's definitely worth it. If it's something that, you're excited about. Which one you would actually want to call. It's going to be interesting because I know what mine is, but I want to find out what yours is. But do me a favor while you're watching this, hit that like button, subscribe like this basically tells you to do. Hit that bell notification so you're always up to date to when we drop a video such as this, live streams, if you name it, if there's shorts, anything out there, we like to drop it and we want you to be in the now. But again, definitely thank you guys for being here. But before we actually dive in to what the topic is going to be tonight, I got to pay homage to where we actually get these figures from, like I do each and every week, because it's always good to do so. I want to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. All day, every day, Ray takes care of you. Make sure you have the figures that you definitely need. No NRD, it's no NRD. Shipping and handling is definitely on point and reasonable. Make sure you sign up to that newsletter because, like I said, if you sign up for that newsletter, you are always up to date as to when your figures drop in or when a figure is going to be released. It keeps you in the now. Full transparency, will respond to you in such a manner, like maybe 2 hours, like sometimes an hour. You'll get that figure in about 2 to 3 business days, because that's what it is. Ray is always on point, so I definitely want to give him a shout out. When you head on over there, you tell him that Leo sent you, and he will definitely take care of you. So I want to give him a shout out. Want to also give a shout out to my man Hawk Wars Ray. That's what I call him, basically. My man Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys, proud sponsor of Summer Madness. Again, whatever you're looking for, he got it. And he gives you a nice little care package. So it's a care package with the figure, stickers, comic book, you name it. He got it for you. He got a couple of grails here. Anything that you're looking for, you hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you. Reasonably priced when it comes to shipping and handling. And also, again, proud sponsor of Summer Madness going on over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. So you want to definitely make sure that you are actually signed up or you're a member of that group to make sure you win your prize. So we definitely want to put that out there. But, want to give a shout out to my man. Also want to give a shout out to my man Watch Your Six over there, Comic Relief Comic Collectibles, my man Jacob. Again, if you were looking for those comics, 1/10 scale, 1/12 scale, quarter scale, anything you're looking for, he got it. He'll take care of you. That is my boy Jake over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. Make sure you head on over there, sign up for his newsletter as well, and he'll take care of you, as he always does, because that's my guy. But anyway, also last but not least, I want to give a shout out to my man Brian Wong over here at Module Case, Module Space. Again, if you were looking for an incredible display, now this is the mono. I have it up. It is an incredible piece. So if you have this in your display, you can take a look at it. It's incredible. He also has the module cases themselves, different models if you're looking for them. Again, hit him up. He'll take care of you. Brian Wong is such a pillar in this community, so we want to let him know that we love him for what he does. So definitely want to give him a shout out. And you guys, give you guys a shout out as well. Now we're gonna basically dive into this because I think it's just definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it to kind of get into this line because, again, when we're going through these pieces, we want y'all to know what we think is definitive to us. Well, what I think is definitive to me, but I want to know what's going to be the definitive to you. So we're gonna do a countdown. We're going to count down to the figure that I think is definitely what I want to call the definitive piece. We're going to do it this differently. This is definitive piece for me. Now, again, it may not be in order for you. You might have one that's going to actually be more definitive for you. Now, before we jump into this, I got to basically, put up the honorable mention. Here's the thing. It's kind of hard to actually put this in a category because we haven't even gotten the figure yet. Don't know when we're going to get it. But it's hard to say whether or not this is going to be definitive. Now, if you are a hardcore Venom fan, then this will definitely be definitive for you. This may be the figure that you're looking for. This may be the figure that you want. This is a beast of a figure. Literally, for those who basically have been waiting for this VGM line, this VGM figure. Look how this thing towers over everybody. It's this Venom, true to scale, especially from the game, is a beast. It's going to be interesting to see how people display this figure in their display. But I tell you right now, it's a phenomenal piece. And it's a bit pricey. It's a big boy. You got the swap out head sculpts and everything. But again, it just depends on what you're looking for. Some people might be going for this. Some people might be okay right now with their Venom from the actual cinematic universe. So, we want to, I might do a definitive take between these two. We'll see. But I just wanted to pull this up because this is actually from the VGM line. So I wanted to mention this particular figure here because I know a lot of people are waiting for it, especially to complete the line. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what you guys think. If you're going for this piece, if it's something that you've been waiting for. I know a lot of people have been talking about it and they can't wait. But yeah, just let me know what you think. If this is going to be the one, if this right here is the one for you guys, let me know in the comments below. That kind of rhyme. Let me know in the comments below. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, again, I told you this is going to be a countdown. So this is a countdown for me. What I think is definitely noteworthy of being possibly the definitive version. Now, this again, I had to do this because we don't know. This is another one that we don't know whether or not it is going to be definitive. But I will tell you, I definitely cannot wait for this piece. If anyone who's gotten the black suit lately, if you have the other iterations, you know that they are putting quality in these bodies and they are giving us some superb pieces. And I think that this is going to be another one. This is definitely going to be another piece that once you get in your collection, you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe how beautiful this thing is. Just the color pops, the black and red pops. Now the thing is, I don't really use the appendages, tendrils. I didn't use them on any of the suits so far, but who knows how this one might stand out. But this is basically what they want to label superior suit, the superior Spider-Man suit. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how this stacks up once it releases and what people out of the VGM line will consider whether or not this is going to be a definitive version for you, or you're just going to stick to the classics. Because for me, and here's the thing, I'm talking about the most recent releases. But in a sense of like all of the VGM lines, it's the VGM line. So it's just going to be interesting to see what people, your perception of it is, which one you're going for, which one speaks volumes for you, which one you want to have in your collection. Again, it's going to be different for a lot of people. It's not going to always be the same. You know what I mean? Like, you might have something that really speaks volumes for what you want in your collection, vice versa for a lot of people. Not every one of these pieces are going to be strictly for you. So I do want to say that, with a lot of reserve, everybody's going to see something completely different. Everybody's going to have a different interpretation as to what they see and what they deem, a version for them. But this line or this particular figure right here definitely has potential. It has potential to be something special, especially coming from the VGM line. A lot of people might enjoy this, more, so to speak. But again, it just depends on what you're going for, what you're looking for. But this figure right here is it's gonna, like, once this drops, it is definitely going to be interesting. But again, it is not. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see where you guys are and where you guys stand, and what you basically you might deem definitive. I have mine, but it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise, because it's a figure that's not even on this list right here that you see on the thumbnail. I didn't want to put it out there to give it away because you would have already known. So again, I'm just going to wait until I get there. But no, this one right here definitely has a special place, and it is an incredible piece. So when this is released, it might be a conversation to be had as to what is definitive. It could possibly definitely be in the running. So we just got to kind of wait and see how that's going to end up. But anyway, it is definitely a special figure. It's an incredible piece, and I know a lot of you guys have been excited about it, right? So okay. So now we're going to get into basically what are the top tiers based on the releases, right? So I'm okay. We're going down the line. This one right here is, I would actually say, keeping it in order of what I think is more so definitive in a VGM line. This is the Advanced Suit 2.0, Peter Parker. Now, I didn't get this. I didn't get this because I had the first version, so I wasn't really because they, even though I know a lot of people are saying the bodies are different, it's still like the same pattern almost. It's almost the same pattern. So I just couldn't forgive myself if I had, and I don't really care about the tendrils and the legs, because I don't want all my figures to have it on there. It doesn't matter to me. It's a good looking figure, don't get me wrong, but I didn't get it. I didn't go after it. All I need is one in my collection. It's from the first game, and I'm fine. I know a lot of people might be like, Leo, why didn't you get this? I just didn't want it. I'll be honest, I didn't want it. But it's a beautiful figure. I don't want to take it away from anybody's, interpretation or their perception. This is an incredible figure. It is definitely the details on it, the quality, the vibrant blue and red. You get the drone that comes with it. It looks like it is definitely a phenomenal piece. And I know for people who actually have it in their collection, I'm talking to you, Oberticus, everybody who has it in their collection, they love it, so far. So if this is something that you're looking for, something that you want, there you go. This might be the one that you want, and it might be the definitive from the line. So it is definitely a contender, just not in my collection is it going to be a contender like that. So I just wanted to kind of just keep it there within that particular spectrum. Moving on from there, we also have the Advanced Suit Miles 2.0. So this is basically Miles's 2.0 suit. Again, another one that I passed up on because of the simple fact that I didn't necessarily need it at all. It wasn't something that I wanted because, again, it was almost closely related to the original. Again, I know people are saying that the bodies are totally different, but it's just unforgivable for me to actually still have to go out and get it. I just didn't want to. I just want to stick with the original one that I have. I know this is, again, it looks great. I keep saying that. It looks great. It looks phenomenal. I know this. But do I need it? No. I passed up on this. It just, again, I have the other two. I want something that's going to be completely different. Something that's going to speak, because here's the thing. I actually have two of the original suit. Two of them. You know what I mean? Because I love this Miles suit so much that I got two. Literally. But not for me. It wasn't for me. It's going to be for everybody else, but definitely wasn't something that I needed. But again, this thing looks incredible, and these photos are incredible. But again, I leave it up to you. What do you basically think is going to be more so definitive for you? If this is one of the ones that catches your eye, you say, this is my pick for definitive. Yay. And as much as I love Miles, it just didn't round out as top tier as my number one. We gonna get there though. We're gonna definitely get to what I would actually deem my number one. But yes, definitely a contender. definitely one out there that I know everybody's going to be excited about. Moving on. Now, this one right here, this needs zero introduction. This right here needs zero introduction. If you don't know what I'm talking about the black and white. You already know what it is. The black suit Spider-Man. This is basically the symbiote suit from the video game as well. His merger with Venom. I love this piece. I love it so much. Everything about this piece is incredible. Flawless victory, Hot Toys. You nailed it from, just the merger with the symbiote on the actual head itself, on the sculpt. You get this. It's a special edition if you got this, the exclusive. Just from the body, like the articulation. And if you just, for me right now, I actually have them in just a regular museum pose. But God, it looks good. It looks so good. I wanted to actually copy and mimic the Back in Black comic that was released here not too long ago. But again, this is everything. This suit right here is everything. It is a phenomenal piece to have in your collection. And I know this is what a lot of people will probably go after, that they've been probably looking for. And again, that they deem. Now, I want to say this because there's a lot. You have the, the Iron Spider from the first video game. You have the anti-ox suit. You have the negative suit as well. There was, the different versions of Miles. I pretty much, I have everything from the VGM line. I have the 2099. The 2099 is one of my favorite suits. So I have them all. It's just too many to mention in the space of where we are right now. But I wanted to basically tackle what I deem are the front runners for, the definitive Spider-Man figure for me. You know what I mean? For me. And this right here, surprisingly enough, is not my definitive Spider-Man from the VGM line. As beautiful it is, it is not my definitive one. It's not my pick for the definitive figure. It's beautiful and it almost took the top spot, but it just didn't cut it. It couldn't dethrone the one that I deem as definitive, but it looks great. If we were only going off of this particular game, Spider-Man 2, then this would win hands down. But I'm looking at, from pretty much both games combined, what I deem would be my definitive version. The figure that just defines everything that I would want it to. The figure that just gives me everything that I need. The figure that just says, hey, you've been a Spider-Man collector from day one, and this is why, and this is where it all started, right? This is beautiful. Again, it has the legs again. I don't even have them on this particular figure because, again, I think it's overkill with most to have them on every figure. And it's a space hog. And I just wanted the black suit the way it should be. And I got the black suit the way it should be. Incredible. And it is phenomenal. And I love it. But, like I told you, it did not make my top spot. It did not make my number one. It just didn't get there. Just couldn't cut it. You know why? Because there's only one suit that will always and forever take the top spot for me. One suit that has been the suit for me that is just so definitive. It actually speaks everything it needs to speak as far as my childhood. The suit that I gravitated to, the suit that it's everything. And it will never be dethroned. That's right. The suit that I'm talking about is none other than the classic Spider-Man suit. This right here, listen. I don't think I have to tell you. This right here is everything. From the suit, from the articulation, the diorama base. And look, does every figure, or is every figure flawless? Nah, not flawless. They have their moment in the sun. We see that. They definitely have their moment in the sun, and this figure is no different. But it's phenomenal. You get the Daily Bugle newspaper with that. You get an incredible diorama base that he can actually sit on. It has a scorpion tail as well. You can sit him on top of the actual roof. It is an amazing piece. This figure is everything. Now, is it perfect? I told you before, no, because it does have issues when it comes to wrinkling, the bunching. But aside from all that, which I'm not complaining, this suit is so vibrant. This suit is the definitive VGM suit for me. That's right, for me. I simply love it. There's nothing, no other suit above it in the VGM line is going to ever take this space because it's the classic. Shout out to my Uncle Tobar as well. He already knows. But this suit is everything I've always wanted and more. And when I got it, I was so excited. I'm so excited. It's still going to take that top spot because it's classic Spidey, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So this definitely does take the top spot. Now, again, let me know what you think. Let me know what figures out there that basically, or which from the VGM line is definitive for you or works for you. Which from the definitive line gives you everything that you need? I'd like to know. I'd definitely like to know because you already know where I stand. You already know what this is. This right here is everything. This suit, everything. Quality, vibrancy, everything that I want from it. That's why it takes the top spot. But the runner-up is the black suit. I ain't go front because I wanted that black suit, back in black, and I got it. But this right here, yeah. Even if I would love if they actually give us a 2.0 version of this and just fix some of the bunching issues around the neck, around the suit. But other than that, come on, man. This is Spidey. This is the one you want. This is the one you need. And I hope that everybody has this in their collection. I really, really do, because it is everything for me. This right here is my definitive Spider-Man. I don't know what yours is, but this is mine. Let me know in the comments below what you actually think and what's going to be your definitive version. This one wins it out for me. Hands down. That definitely does. It wins it for me. But anyway, thank you guys for being here for this episode of The Corner's Definitive Take. This is episode 2. We still have episode 3 to release. And that's the episode where we talk about the exclusives and the classics. Some of the ones that we've actually gotten lately that you can only get from Disney or, get it in, you have to be in a queue to get it or whatever, however it may be. Depending on how you got it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about one black classic suit that Hano Studios has done. So we'll definitely have a conversation about that. But until then, you guys, thank you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date to what we got going on over here. Other than that, love y'all. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Have a nice evening. And we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.